This Nintendo Direct was absolutely insane. I mean this in a good and in a bad way. There have been a lot of announcements and I was that close to miss the Direct because I was focused on making another video, and so I didn't keep track of the time, and the Direct started and I wasn't even on the page where I was supposed to watch it. But anyway, we didn't miss too much of it. So without further ado, here's my reaction to the whole Nintendo Direct. Okay, so I'm a bit of a moron, actually. The Nintendo Direct started and I totally missed the first segment. So we got a new Super Mario Galaxy movie, actually. So yeah, that happened while I was setting up. Let me just switch. Okay. So we haven't missed a ton of stuff. Like the Nintendo Direct just started. Like we're 4 minutes in. So the first announcement is the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I mean, the first one was kind of cool, so hope they do it justice, just like the last one. Oh, so we got Chris Pratt back
as Princess Peach, Charlie Day as Luigi.
So they basically just reprise their role again.
Keegan Michael Key as Toad, and Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek.
His voice is like super unsettling to me because he sounds just like the guy from the Tolarian Community College YouTube channel. That's very like weird, super weird. So they are planning on a new game. Why is it lagging so much on the recording? Like, am I lagging as well? No, I'm not lagging. That's good, I guess. Maybe I should close the curtain behind me. Yeah, lightning's better that way. So they are making, is it like a remake or is it actually a new game? And why is it lagging so much? I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. Just know that my computer is not that laggy. Here it's like perfect and there it's like super laggy. I'm not gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at you. This still feels like super weird to me that we haven't actually had a real proper Mario game with the Switch 2 release, because we usually get one. The only one we've got is the Mario Kart World one. So it's weird that they're starting off with, I guess it's a remake of Sunshine, but I'm not sure. Also, yeah, so that's both Mario Galaxy, but this is still a remake. Like, this is not a new full-on proper Mario game. And you got some cool amiibos. I'm glad they didn't drop the amiibos because I really love the concept. And I started a collection of Smash Bros amiibos and it's quite fun. I actually like those. I hope they're not dropping this anytime soon. Yes, release is Super Mario 40th anniversary. Okay, so that's just Mario stuff right now. They're making the storybook a real life product. Dude, that is sick.
Will be available on the My Nintendo Store website later today.
That is sick. Like, some smart move from Nintendo on this one. They're going back to Mario Tennis and all the sports game. We're gonna get another striker. That's gonna be a nice party game, just like any Mario game, basically. I really hope there's something else than Mario in this Direct, because I'm not that fan of the license, to be honest. Yeah, ranked Mario Tennis, that sounds like something really fun. So far, really not impressed. Yeah, so they are continuing the, I guess, carryover of every Mario game that exists right now on the Switch and all that. They're gonna continue porting them to Switch 2, I guess, recent hardware. So this is basically like still the same game that you already bought. I don't know if those games, mini games, were present in the original Mario Wonder, but if they weren't, and you haven't played or bought Mario Wonder yet, you should get this version instead, because some mini games you never know, right? Like sometimes a game gets re-released with new content in it, and sometimes that re-release with the new content is like way better than the original one. And that little game of Tag Your It that they've just showcased before seems like the kind of really perfect little game that you could play with your friends and have a great time in TV couch mode. So yeah, I guess that really boils down to it. Like if you haven't gotten Mario Wonder yet, pick this version instead, and you need a Switch too, of course.
As its name implies, we actually made them.
We kind of look alike, huh?
Oh, really?
Are they really like starting to create a ton of like other products based on the IP they're releasing? This is genius. They should really focus on this. But please make this like super quality and super endearing. New Yoshi's Island, or is it again a port for the Switch 2?
A talking book named Mist. You'll make all sorts of discoveries about the creatures you find.
Those look like butts.
And those
Just like,
discoveries will be written
just
down.
dropping this off. Here, those looks like butts.
We found some dandelions.
Again, I'm sorry for the lack of reaction to this. I'm just like not really a big fan of Yoshi's either. It's cool for fans of really cool Nintendo games, mostly Mario's. Ah, yes, thank you.
Introduce games launching on Nintendo Switch.
Games for the Switch, so we still have some hopes that we're gonna get games still for the Switch. 2D side-scrolling Rogue. That looks dope, actually.
Every battle is twice as chaotic and twice as thrilling.
Is it like multiplayer? Like, is it co-op? That could actually be cool to play with someone. That looks actually pretty dope. Ding Kum.
In this charming survival life sim, there are plenty of ways to make this wilderness your home. Plant crops.
Yeah, so
Gather resources.
those are actually like me avatars meets Minecraft, I guess.
Friends can build and explore together in local or online
Ooh,
co-op.
that would be cool actually, co-op mode with your friends.
November 5th. Pre-orders and a demo will be available later today.
Oh, there's a
on the
demo.
Nintendo
We should try this. We should try the demo.
Embark on a colorful adventure on this planet.
Multiplayer
Color is
only.
key. Attack enemies with the same. or
Yeah,
drones
this
to
one
create
really is
platforms.
not that interesting.
Powerful bosses can be found
And
at
it's
the end of
multiplayer
stages.
only, so
Team up
like
to
you
take
need
them
friends
down.
to play this, and yeah, I don't think this is gonna be like very popular. It's just my thoughts,
Here, on
but
this
yeah.
small island,
Is the game coming out?
let's
Yeah,
take a look at
exactly.
what's happening in the Tomodachi life, living the
So this is
dream.
gonna be
This
cozy vibe again. It's just
island,
like
you can create
Animal
new characters of
Crossing.
anyone you'd like.
Yeah, but can you invite other peoples to your island? Like,
Wonder what's up?
can I wait, was that Levi in the back of that old woman's
Enjoy.
apartment? Can you invite people over to your Tomodachi Island?
Looks like that hit the spot. More information in the future.
So we have no confirmed date. Spring 2026. We don't know yet
There was
when
breaking news in
exactly
that
though.
trailer.
So-
Including some games that will also be available on Nintendo
Maybe
Switch.
some good Switch 2 exclusives in the bag for
Dash,
players that
slash,
bought the
and
Switch 2.
flash in these games. Get over here
Oh,
and
oh my
choose
God.
your fighter in this
I was not ready for that.
collection
Okay,
of
but this
Mortal Kombat classics.
this is a
compilation
remake.
features
This
multiple classic
not even a
games from
remake.
the
This is a
90s and
port.
early 2000s,
Like those are
including
old
arcade,
games
console,
that you're
and
just
handheld
putting
versions.
onto the hardware.
Ownership
It's
matters,
not like
so fight your pals locally or
I have
take the
those
in-game
elsewhere.
tournament
I don't
global
need a
with
Switch
added
2 for
support
that.
for online play. Nintendo Switch 2
This is
and
already
Nintendo
available
Switch
like
October
pretty much
30th and
everywhere.
physical
Like
December
this
12th.
could have easily been released on the Switch 1 and then on the Switch 2. This is only for Switch 2 though. I'm not surprised. Switch 1 I doubt could handle the game without a huge downgrade. I'm still like also, by the way, in regards to the remake, whatever it is, like part 1 or rebirth that got out, or we don't even know about the third part, but the first 2 parts here of the remake, I'm still on the fence about them. Like I'm not happy with them, to be honest. Seems like a camp game of some sort.
Mouse controls are also supported on Nintendo Switch 2. Linked, Banner of the Spark, launches on Nintendo Switch
Could be
2 and
interesting,
Nintendo
like
Switch
a little
later
creative
today.
game to play with your friends, build a camp, stuff like that. Oh my god. Is it what I think it is? Yeah, it is. That's Hades, isn't it? Are they going for a third Hades, or is it like just the second and I'm missing something here? Like, isn't Hades 2 already out? I'll have to check. I'll have to check on that. Wait, hold on. Hades 2. Yeah, it's already out. Was early access 2025, starting of 2025. It was like anticipated early access, so I guess this is gonna be the official release of Hades 2, and for the Switch 2, of course. The production value on Hades 1 and here Hades 2 is like incredible. If you like very nervous gameplay games, this is totally for you.
Each time you set out, you'll be faced with different choices, and you'll keep growing stronger and unlocking new upgrades. Discover new secrets and
It's funny how like she's supposedly the daughter of Hades, but the symbol that appeared when we saw her respawn, I'm pretty sure it's a very strong like Viking symbol. I'm not sure, but either way, Hades 2, very cool that it's coming out on the Switch 2. Could be on the Switch 1 though, I think. It's, so this is Mario Kart with level up.
Just like in the game, you can choose your rider and machine. Levels are also transferred over. Yes, the game's launched.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for even more
Not sure if I
current
really
riders and
like
Evo updates.
the mix and match going off with the amiibos. So there's more information coming soon, of course. Oh yeah, that's we already saw this. Like that's the new warrior style Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, but way in the past, and warrior style. Yeah, Hyrule Warrior, that's the one. Keep forgetting about those. Like, I still don't like those games. Also, I don't like Tears of the Kingdom, so yeah, that clearly doesn't help.
You can play together on 2 separate systems, even if only one player has the game.
That game share thing like is really cool, and also you can share with somebody who's still on Switch 1, but yeah, no, Hyrule Warriors really like, they seem fine, don't get me wrong, they seem fine, it's just not my type of games. And again, Tears of the Kingdom, like, really not a fan of that game.
Right, that's enough for one day. time for me to head back to the castle. And
What
remember,
is that?
not a word about this place to anyone. There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay, 1, 2, 3!
Is it a... No, that's not Dragon Quest, is it? Yeah, it looks like a Dragon Quest, but yeah, it is. The music just like, I recognize the notes by the end of the intro. This looks clean. This looks mad clean. The question, of course, is which one is it? Is it a brand new one or is it a remake? Because my Dragon Quest knowledge is not on point at all. The Old Man, I feel, is from one of the old games, but this could totally be a new one. So I guess Dragon Quest 12? That's the 7. Okay, so that's a remake. It's coming out for the Switch. It's coming out for the Switch, not just the Switch 2. So I can play this. I still don't need a Switch 2. Nintendo still hasn't given me any incentive to go and buy a Switch 2. I'm sorry, but that's just a fact.
First, here's some news about the Nintendo Today smart device app.
Oh yeah, I forgot they did that.
All sorts of information about Nintendo games and characters on
I
a daily basis.
totally legitimately never use this app. So we're gonna get more retro games. Depending on which one, I mean that oh my god. The Virtual Boy? Really?
Virtual Boy games in stereoscopic 3D while playing on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch.
I need to try this. Like,
need this dedicated accessory.
so they're re-releasing the Virtual Boy?
Hardware by inserting a console to play.
Oh my god.
Both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch are supported.
They really went ahead and did this? Like, I mean, first off, like, the Virtual Boy was a failure from what I understood looking into the subject in the past. But retrospectively, with the nostalgia and lost hardware stuff and all, the fact they're re-releasing it again just for nostalgia is pretty cool, actually. I'm not sure I want to spend money for this though, but it would be like, oh my god, they made it a cardboard model. That's like, I could go for the cardboard one. I could go for the cardboard one. That would be fun.
Okay, let's see some more headlines.
Let me know in the chat, like, would you like, would you watch games played on this? Like, with me taping cardboards to my face? Let me down in the comments your thoughts about this. I'm really curious to see, like, who would be interested in seeing this. Yeah, so they're basically announcing a new Fatal Frame. I wish they had kept the original name for this series. This used to be called like something else back in the day. I remember like the first one have released on PlayStation, I believe, PlayStation 2. Let me check real quick. It was another name before. I can't find it. I'll put a comment right here with the original name.
remake
I wish they had
launches
kept
on
the
Nintendo
original
Switch
name,
2 system
but I
early
think
next year.
it was like more of a European
Upgrade your
thing,
play with the Nintendo
because
Switch 2
I think in
editions of
Japan
these
they
games.
always been known as Fatal Frame.
In the Nintendo
Oh, we got some
Switch
One
2
Piece.
edition,
Pirate
One
Warrior
Piece
4.
Pirate
Is this still
Warriors 4.
going?
You'll face off against more
Bro.
on-screen enemies than ever before as you aim to become
How much
king of the
content
pirates.
are they gonna release for those games?
Enjoy camera play and more in Overcooked 2, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Serve
So a
up
bunch
dishes
of
and
ports
reactions while
happening
you cook
for
together.
the Nintendo Switch 2.
Mouse controls are
Stardew Valley
popping up
as
in the
well, of
Nintendo
course.
Switch 2 edition
I
of
mean, is
Stardew
there
Valley.
like
Plus,
a
up to
need
4
to play
friends
this on
locally
the
can
Switch
play in
2?
split-screen
I'm not
multiplayer.
sure. Also, if you bought it
with
on the
game
store
share,
for
up
the
to
Switch
4
1
players can
and
play
you bought
together
a
if
Switch
one
2,
person has the game.
can't you
5
just
new
play
levels,
the Switch
including
1
cameos
version
and
on the
museums,
Switch
are
2?
dropping
Like,
in with Human
do
Fall
you
Flat
really need a
Nintendo
Switch 2 edition for
Plus,
those
with mouse
games?
controls, you can enjoy a new
Still
way to
weird to
model
me,
with
and
physics-based
honestly, like
fun.
the Switch 2 still feel like a pretty, I don't even have the word, a pretty useless cash grab. Like, there's no need to buy a Switch 2.
Make use of system.
I'm sure this would have run fine on the Switch 1. I'm pretty sure of it. This is kind of what I mean as well by some games releasing recently. Like, I don't see the point of buying those games. This totally feel like a game that could be played on your phone. So paying a very premium price for this on the Switch 2, it kind of feels like a ripoff to me.
You can play with others locally via GameShare. This allows you and up to 3 players.
GameShare looks dope. They should add this to more games, actually. Like, if they would add this to fighting games, that would be like awesome.
Suika Game Planet.
Is that Metroid? Yeah, that's Metroid. That looks dope. Not really fan of shooters that way, but the adventure part looks really solid. So we're gonna get still a normal version for the Switch 1. New amiibos as well for the game. Is that another Donkey Kong?
This is where you're from, DK?
Or is it just an update for Bonanza?
DLC
Already?
is smashing its way into Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Already a
This new
DLC
edition
for
lets you
Bonanza.
barrel around DK Island, the home of some familiars is collecting fossils
Sorry,
to
but
gain cards.
I'm on the fence about this. Like,
Collect a fossil and you'll get to pick from
the
3
game is
random
great.
ones.
Like, don't get me wrong. This is one of the only game that looks great, and
Getting more emeralds from defeated
that
enemies.
is a Switch exclusive, a Switch 2 exclusive. But was there a need to put out DLCs for a game where, like, what, 2 months after release?
You can also smash Vanadium gems to gain random skills that power up
To me, this feels very cash grabby, predatory, and I don't like this at all. But I mean, I'm sure somebody will find like many reasons why this is fine.
Game will also be available on Nintendo eShop later
That's
today.
cool. Free demos for testing out the game before you go and buy it is always a good thing in my book. Like, this is solid practice. DLC is just 2 months after release, though. That's like, that's
Please take a look at this.
that's a bit questionable. New Pokemon. I got half a mind of rage quitting this video right now. How are you releasing Pokemon stuff and not addressing the horrendous quality of the games that you're putting out?
This land is just waiting to be shaped by a Ditto that looks like a human? And what's that in the grass? Oh, that's Bulbasaur, a grass-type Pokemon.
This looks cute. This looks very interesting. I feel like most, not most, but a lot of
Got an idea.
people, developers or whatever, actually have an idea of crossing their games or their concept with Minecraft, because this feels like blocky and like you can customize the island again, much like probably Tomodachi Life and other games that they've announced. Dimkun Village, can't remember exactly. That game also had like sort of a camp base DIY customize. Yeah, that's clearly it, bro. Like, you cannot tell me that this is not Minecraft inspired.
Till the fields and grow delicious crops.
This looks fun though. It's like
for the Pokemon you meet.
Pokemon's with Minecraft's
So
element.
much to do here.
And for this concept specifically, yes, the art style, like the limited whatever quality is fine, but for the mainline games and Legend Z, the quality is actually horrendous.
Wonderful space
There should be a shame releasing game with that quality. Also, like, are we not addressing the fact that this Dido was alone in a cave with a dusty Pokédex and his trainer probably died? That's dark, man. That's really dark. But it's fine because we got a cute, bubbly Pokemon game to show for it. Oh, Legends at it. Oh my god. Here we go. Like, I'm gonna complain again. Dude. Oh my god. Do you want to, like, I know I complain this kind of fun and all that. Do you want to hear a hard fact about this? Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee had better graphical quality than this. This is a Switch 2 game. This is on the new hardware. This is with all the knowledge they've accumulated since I don't even know when. They still put out a game with this graphical quality that is genuinely worse than Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Legends Arceus was fine because it was the first time they went open world. So obviously there were some limitations they had to learn and work around. This is the second game. They learned nothing. They really genuinely learned nothing. And they're doing it again because they need to. I mean, Pokemon Company is not gonna let them off the hook that easily. They need to do another Legends and another main games and other stuff. What the hell is that? Fiona begins to pay Are they really announcing?
ZA is getting paid DLC called Mega Dimension.
Oh my god.
Raichu has 2 different Mega Evolutions. How do you think they'll perform? More details
Oh my
will
god.
be shared in the future.
They really did that.
Let's move on to some more headlines.
They really did an announcement for a paid DLC before the game is released. What? What the hell is that? How? How? I don't even like.
You
This looks like Danganronpa.
Originally released
Remake of Danganronpa. That's cool.
Rock Island.
Actually, it's a very solid series. You should check it out.
After each deadly and
So this is kind of for those of you who don't know, like Danganronpa is kind of like
along
if
with the main game,
Ace Attorney took a really dark turn, and
incident will trigger
he
an
was
entirely
he
new
was
scenario
himself
with different
like,
victims.
and he was himself the murderer. So we get it for the Switch one as well.
In the
That's
Three
cool.
Kingdoms. The Three
This is the
Kingdoms,
series of game on which Hyrule Warrior is based, and Pirate Warriors as well. Like we saw One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 being ported to the Switch 2. This is the series that started it all. This is the one. I'm not really a big fan of those. Like,
and may even on the way
oh my god, they're doing it again. Dude, just
choose a different path and experience new
don't
developments
announce
that weren't in
a
the main story.
paid DLC before the game is released.
A one Origins.
They're not even hiding it anymore.
On Nintendo Switch 2, January 22nd.
They want money. They're not hiding it anymore. They're not releasing the game and then releasing the paid DLC because they've been working on it. No, the paid DLC, the game is already done and the DLC is being worked on. And when the game releases, the DLC, the content to add to the game that should be in the game,
Sprawling world of Monster Hunter.
I get...
Where all sorts of monsters live. By bonding with certain creatures called
This is
monsters,
so
you can traverse
the...
the land, climb cliffs, swim
This
across
is
water,
awesome. Bro,
and
like...
fly through the air as you freely
The
explore
ups
map.
and downs of this Nintendo Direct, I
However,
can't,
a strange
like,
phenomenon
I
causing
really like,
petrification now threatens the world. It's up
what
to
the
you
f...
to venture forth and find the source of the danger in order to prevent total calamity.
This is
Raise your
really cool.
monsties, bond with them, and work together to face whatever stands in your path.
This is too cool. This is, what if Pokemons
Twisted Reflection,
were
Swords
not
on
like,
Nintendo Switch 2, March
if
13th.
Pokemon didn't, basically. Oh my god. Is it like the, yeah, that's the end trailer with like all the stuff they didn't have the time to show. Bro, like yeah, that I need the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake. There was actually announced Virtual Fighter 5? Can't remember. That looks dope, actually, the Lego games. There's a third Little Nightmare coming out. Oh boy. Yeah, Persona 3 Reload, we already have this like on PS5. Okay, so this is the one more. What's it gonna be? Is it Resident Evil?
Oh, you're FBI? Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Later.
This was different than Resident Evil. It is.
No escaping your destiny.
It is Resident Evil. So they're moving out from zombies? That's awesome. That got me like really locked in. Oh,
A
that's
brand
pretty
new entry
nice.
in the Resident Evil series on the same day.
That's a very solid launch.
Thank you for watching so far. Next will be our last announcement.
Oh, so that That was not the one more? What do you mean? Oh, that's Fire Emblem.
Bold warriors.
Those armors they have, they look dead on like Fire Emblem's one.
Hold fast to the devotion in your beating hearts. Hear me now as I declare that the heroic games have begun.
The chat is also yelling Fire Emblem. So I guess like we're on the stream tracks. Oh, it's a tactical one. The game is beautiful, like the character models, like they are really polished. I wish that was what Pokemon would look like. Okay, well that looks like that looks very solid. That looks awesome.
Have you forgotten me so soon?
I haven't played any of the Fire Emblems, but this totally makes me want to start.
Fortune's Weave, the latest in the series. This intertwining story happens alongside the thrilling, heroic games. What kinds of stories await? Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Well, looks like we're done with the Direct. So let's collect ourselves a bit here because, yeah, so all the Mario stuff, like, obviously great for any Mario fan. I don't particularly am a big fan of the Mario license. But still, there's a lot there. Mostly ports, actually, so still not really any solid exclusives for the Switch 2. But what I'm seeing right now coming out for the Switch 2 gives me hope that they're going to, at some point, give real value to the console, which is right now what the console is lacking the most. Now, of course, any of those creative games, Minecrafty, looking like the Poketopia, Duncan or whatever it was called, they look really cool and really endearing to play with your friends. They look like something that you could totally bust out and just have fun with it, which is great. Actually, this is something that the Switch 2 definitely needs, and all these other ports of similar games are a good addition. For the Switch 2, but I still wonder, you bought Stardew Valley or Don't Starve or Minecraft, the straight up Minecraft. You got those games on the Switch 1. You have a Switch 2. Can't you play those games on the Switch 2? Why does it need a Nintendo Switch 2 edition that will only work with the Switch 2? I don't get that, because if the Switch 2 edition of the game is basically the same as the previous one, then the previous one you have should still work with the Switch 2. You shouldn't have to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of that game to keep on playing on the new hardware. Nor should you buy a new Nintendo Switch 2 edition that will only work with the Nintendo Switch 2. It should be compatible with the Switch 1. So I don't really know what they're going with this. And yeah, Pokemon Legends, I still it's still horrible graphically. There's no excuse for this now. There's no way Game Freaks can keep getting away with this. of course, I know, and I was talking about this with a friend recently. Of course, Pokemon is still gonna sell because it's not people like us, like the real gamers, the nostalgia gamers, the people that were there when Pokemon first launched. My first game was Pokemon Red. It's not us that they're targeting with that. We should have dropped this. The thing is, we haven't. And so we're here asking for them to raise the quality of the game, where actually the people who buy those games now are just the little kids because they want to get in. This is going to be their first Pokemon, and they will not care for the quality of the Pokemon game. And I think there's a real big problem with that, is that they will not care because they are kids, but looking back on it, they will. And I mean, us as grown-ups, gamers and fathers and mothers and whatevers, we want them to have a good memory of the game that they will play, because every kid is gonna ask for Pokemon Legends AD when it's getting out, especially because Pokemon games have a notoriously really tight release schedule to go out before Christmas sales. Before the end of the years, they usually go out in November, so they're going to be under the Christmas tree all around the world. So we have a duty to at least ask them to raise the quality of the games, so they would ship something that is at least of good quality. But right now, this ain't it. This really ain't it. This little game with the Ditto, which is like pretty fucking dark, by the way. There's probably like so much lore to be added there, but let's not delve into that right now. That game is fine because the whole game, the whole concept of creating a cute island with like rounded design blocks, they don't feel as cheap as Legends does, or as the main games does. And that's the real issue here, is that they could put out a good quality without changing too much the art style, but they aren't doing that. The models for the Pokemons and for the trainers, they're fine. When you're in a battle, the background sceneries, they are fine. But when you're in the overworld or doing around in towns or wherever you are, that's where they drop the ball, because when you're in those areas, the quality drops dramatically. And we saw this with Sword and Shield, believe it or not, because there was this big huge open space, can't remember what it was called, but this big huge open space where the graphics were horrendous. Like, do you remember that tree? This got memed to death before Sword and Shield's released. But when you were in tight area that weren't open world, Game Freaks would actually have a good quality, a good graphical quality on the whole game in those areas. So I really think they need to like take a real long hard look at themselves and how they do things and the quality that they want to achieve for those games, and at least raise the bar a little from game to game, because right now it's like it's the same every goddamn time, and it's unbelievable. Now, the big elephant in the room with this direct, and something that I really can't get behind, is they are still developing those games supposedly, but my guess is they're done. Like the core Pokemon game is done. The everything is done. I think it was the Warrior game, Samurai Warrior. I think it was did that too with the paid DLC. Those games, I'm sure they're ready to ship, but right now they are doing extra efforts to get the DLC on release, and so you're gonna get a game that is that could ship with more content, but they want you to pay for that content. So they're gonna put out a game that is worth probably, like, they're gonna sell this at $70 because they've been raising prices for games all around, and they're gonna argue to you that that you should pay $30 more for additional content. That is not okay, bro. We just got the release of Hollow Knight Silksongs, and that game got out at $20, and it broke down all the major services because everybody wanted this game. Pirates all over Reddit and all over the world agreed to not pirate this game because it was so good and it was made by developers who cares. So how are you gonna argue to me that any game is worth more than $50? It's not about paying the developers. The developers have already been paid by the company that hired them to produce the game. The only thing you're doing by paying much for video games is actually giving more money to the company, not to the developers. So yeah, I really can't get my head around the fact that they are planning and they are saying it out right now. We knew this for a while, but now they're basically going out and saying this as is. They are creating games, planning a DLC on release that you will have to pay additional money for. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that. But other than that, yeah, Resident Evil Requiem looks like really dope. It really does. Dragon Quest 7, the remake, I'm very interested in those because I've taken a big interest in Dragon Quest recently. So yeah, this was a roller coaster, man. Like ups and downs all around. So I can't wrap my head around it. I think I really need to take a break. But anyway, if you want to see my original reaction to the release of the Switch 2, you can check this video out. And if you want to see me react to the first Nintendo Direct they did, where they showcased against a bunch of games, you can check this video out.